All right, this video is all about the teacher website WebQuest, and this is a direction video, so if you were struggling, we're going to walk you through each part so you know how to answer it and kind of clarify some of the questions we've been getting via email.
Yep, so what we've got here is the learning target says that I can successfully navigate my teacher's website. So because that's our learning target, what we talked about is you're going to see it in the Learn About It section, the Practice It section, and the Evidence of Learning. So this is you practicing. We kind of just showed you around during your first Zoom session, and now this is you practicing. So you're going to navigate the website and then find things and then answer the questions.
And we forgot to introduce ourselves, but I'm Miss Cockcroft. And this is Miss Whitworth. We are your 10th grade teachers. All right, class of 2023, right? 2023.
Yes.
Okay, so this one's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to go to the home page. That's the page that you land on right when you click our website. That's called the home page. So this one, I don't think we need to go over. Did you have any questions about this one?
No, just the fact that there was I think a couple of students, it wasn't loading correctly. And so it loads correctly for most of the students. If it's not loading correctly, what I would just do is, shut down your computer and start it again, and then just refresh the page. But everything should load correctly on it.
Okay. All right, so definitions, these are going to be everywhere on the website. So I think you had a really good analogy, Ms. Whitworth, about the Easter egg hunt.
So essentially, you're going to think about all of this as an Easter egg hunt. So we are kind of like the Easter bunnies where we've laid it all out for you, but we're not going to put the eggs in your basket. So some of them look different. Some of them are bigger. Like a couple of them are made really big. They're part of the titles. Some of them are small, but they're bold and they're underlined. So you just have to kind of hunt around, pick things up, look underneath them, meaning look at the text in a drop down, or step back and look at the big picture because maybe it's a title, maybe it's on a video, but you need to be actively searching for these definitions.
So that means clicking on a lot of things and reading those things and making those inferences.
Yeah, and they're not all grouped together.
Right. For the books and resources, we often, at the beginning of the year, tell you what we're going to do and what kinds of things we're going to read. And that's most often when we are in real school. It's in the syllabus. That's a hint. So maybe there's a syllabus page that you could look at, and it would tell you what course texts and what resources we're going to use to learn during this online time. And I would venture to say, we are honestly, both of us are going to do this flipped classroom idea even when we're in the brick and mortar, because part of that is where you guys have the video of us like you're watching now, and when we're in class we get to help you work through things. So this is an all year thing. This is not just while online learning. You want to go ahead?
So this one it says keep your eye on the prize. Essentially, we're looking for you to make certain inferences. We can't just hand you every one of these. We're trying to see how far you're going to look, what you're going to see, what sticks out to you. So there is a driving question that we have for our 10th grade year. So we talked about it a little bit, something that is going to drive the direction of the class. It is what we focus on. It is the focus of our class. So not only do we want you to tell us what that is, but we also want you to tell us about it. Give us about 4 or 5 sentences about your thoughts about whatever our driving question is.
So notice how she emphasized the word driving question, and she emphasized focus. So look for those clue words, use those context clues, look for those words because they're in there. This is probably one of the most important items that you need to do. We are not in school, and you need to be able to stay organized so that you are successful online. And you usually have a book bag and folders and that sort of thing. You don't have that. You have a computer. And so one of the ways that you organize your life in your drive is to have folders. And so our folders are going to be the foundation of the portfolio that you will use all year long. So when you go look for this, it's going to give you specific directions on how to set those folders up. I've already had a few people share theirs with me, And so once you set it up, you share it with either Ms. Whitworth or myself, whoever your teacher is. That way we also have access to it.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, this one.
The help desk is pretty simple. There are a couple of resources that you've never seen. Tell us about those.
Yeah, just what you haven't seen before. Ooh, this is a good one. Ms. Whitworth, you want to start off?
I need my tea. Where's my cup of tea? Here's the thing, guys. Don't plagiarize. Do not cheat. Do not borrow. Bartley.com, when you purchase an essay, is still plagiarism. You didn't write it. That ain't yours. You still gonna fail. You got to write it yourself. And I know in this electronic world, it's so easy to just click and paste and copy and put it here and put it here. We can tell that you've done those things. And here's the thing. It's not going to help you on the state test. It's not going to help you in your 11th grade. The big thing that I think you need to understand, because everybody has taught you not to plagiarize, is for me, and I think Ms. Cockcroft as well, you can't make that assignment up. So when you are plagiarizing and your mom is crying because she's trying to call us and say, hey, he really didn't mean to plagiarize. Can you give him a chance to do that again? Oh, I'm really sorry. No, he can't. You can't do it again. And so you got to float with that 0 that could tank your grade until you do enough assignments to bring it up out of the dirt. Do not plagiarize. Do not.
Yeah, do not plagiarize. And you should have, I talked a lot about that in 9th grade. If you had me, I'm sure Sorrells did, and we catch it. And so do the work. We would much rather you reach out, ask all the questions, maybe not do so well, because then I can give you a second chance to redo. So don't do it.
There's a lot more chances to resubmit things than there are to, like, if you plagiarize, you don't get a chance to do it again. But say you take a test and you tank the test, well, we can repair that test. We can go in and figure out what you did wrong, and then we can set it up to repair. And so your grade doesn't have to reflect that.
This one's pretty self-explanatory. After looking over the entire website and based on maybe the interactions in our Zoom so far, you're going to list 3 to 4 character traits of your ELA teacher, either Ms. Cockcroft or Ms. Whitworth, based on the website. So that's key, based on the website. So
No
if you
prior
say,
knowledge.
what? Yeah, no prior knowledge. If you know me, just forget what you know. Based on the website, make an inference. I think my teacher is blank, and because, and reference something in the website. So that's kind of like your evidence. We always talked about evidence last year. You got to give me that evidence.
Right.
I think this is, how much more time do we have, Ms. Whitworth?
We only have about a minute or so.
Okay, so real quick, this one, please ask questions. Don't not ask questions. The more you ask, you're not bothering us. The more you ask questions, the better off you're going to be. Now, I wouldn't wait till the last very minute, because if you message me at, I don't know, 11 p.m., I'm probably not going to answer it. So be proactive, but definitely ask questions. And this is the spot to do it as we start the year.
Right. Communication is the key.
Yep. And the very last thing that the WebQuest is going to ask you to do is to make sure that you go to the, I'm trying to look for it real quick. Go to the website and you're going to fill out a syllabus signature. So there's one for your parents to fill out and for you to fill out. Do you want to talk more about that real quick?
No, it's the way it is on both of our pages. What it says is parents and guardians, as well as your students, after you have read the syllabus. So it gives you a chance to read through the syllabus. What we need you to do is you're going to click on that little hot button right there, and it's a Google form basically saying, here's my name, and I have read the syllabus, and I understand what's being asked of me. We also need your parents to do that from an outside email. So you're going to use your school email, but they're going to log onto a computer, go onto the website, and they'll use their personal email or a different email, because it won't allow you to submit it from the same email. But we need both you and your parents' signature there.
And that's it. Hopefully this helps you. And we will see you tomorrow or Thursday.